Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and today I'm finally going to film my apartment tour. I moved in this apartment in April 2021. It's now October, so it's been 6 months, and that's an ample amount of time to have gotten everything that I need for this apartment. I am really at a point now where I'm feeling very confident with my space. I have taken everything one step at a time, like every month maybe just doing a little different area in the home and getting a couple things here and there. And now I'm feeling like this space truly embodies who I am as a person, which kind of means a lot to me because I lived in a lot of different apartments here in Philadelphia, but I have never fully felt like a place just like represented who I am. So I'm really excited to show you guys everything. I'm going to show you the whole place and I'm going to tell you where mostly everything is from. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy. So this is what you first see when you walk into my apartment. There's this main room here, which has both the kitchen and the living room, but I'll give you guys a closer look at all of that in a moment. There's also the bedroom. There's me, hello, yes, I'm holding my tripod because I broke my smaller one. And there's the entryway right here and the bathroom, but let's start from the entryway because that's where I walk in. It's just a little tiny little entryway. This is a pretty decently small apartment. It's probably only like 650 square feet maximum. I have this print by Apsley right here. I'm gonna have a couple of these around the apartment. And this little shoe rack right here, which I also use as a little catch-all where I keep some of my hats and my mask and my keys and doodads and some low-light houseplants right here, since this is definitely the area furthest away from the windows, so the darkest area of my home where I keep any houseplants. Muffin's going a little crazy. She's got this Donald toy that I got her recently, and she's pulled some voodoo doll things on it, but she's definitely enjoying it a little bit too much, as you can see. Anyway, so in the living room here, I have this couch, which is new since I moved to this apartment. This is a burrow couch, which is a pet-friendly couch, so they say. So it's scratch-resistant and stain-resistant, which it really is. I don't know why I'm just quoting it because that's what they call it, but it is. It's pretty good. If you can see, Muffin goes pretty ham with my couch, and she kind of treats it like a scratch post, but it's been holding up pretty well. I've only had it for probably 3 months now, but I really love it. This little blanket right here is a super soft blanket from Urban Outfitters. They're incredible. I have a couple of these around my apartment as well. And these pillows are also from Urban Outfitters. I had them for my old couch, which was also a gray color, but it was a much lighter gray color, and I much more appreciate this charcoal color in my apartment. Sorry, just really enjoying Muffin here. She's just really enjoying herself. I have the same coffee table that I had in the old apartment, which I really enjoyed. That was from All Modern, which is also basically Wayfair. And the rug is new. That's from Ruggable. Pretty much everything in this apartment is new since I moved in. I really wanted to enjoy this space. These crates right here, I used to use for like a whole like plant setup in my old apartment, but I have repurposed them, let's say, into a TV stand, so I filled it up with a bunch of plants since they get some really good light from these beautiful east-facing windows that I have right here. We'll get over there shortly as well. Little TV area, like I said, and then I have this little sitting area. I figured this apartment has like the most like hotel suite vibes out of all the places I've ever lived, and I was like, every hotel room has a little seating area / like mildly comfortable chair, so I went with that. And the blanket on, oh my God, Muffin's going crazy. Proof positive right here that the burrow couch was a good decision for me because my cat just does not realize it's a nice couch. She thinks it's a scratching post, as you can see. But the blanket on the chair's from Wayfair. The blanket is from Terrain, which is a kind of branch of Urban Outfitters and Anthropology. The bar cart is also from Wayfair. I keep my nice bottles on there. I will admit I keep my less than desirable bottles in the pantry where you can't see them. And I use the bottom just for a little Fern there. However, if I needed more room for more bottles, I have the room for it. And I also have this mirror right here, which is also from Urban Outfitters. This beautiful tree, this is a type of Dracaena. I'll be doing a houseplant tour soon. I'm gonna let this apartment tour digest for a couple weeks before I do that, but I will tell you guys every single plant in this apartment. But there is an orchid hanging up right here, and then some fern prints that I got from World Market. And then a couple more just little plant doodads, another Aaron Apsley print, my YouTube plaque, a mirror from Urban Outfitters, and this macrame hanger. I think it's from the brand Creative Co-op, but I got it from Urban Jungle in Philadelphia. And then this little air plant mount that I made myself by just hot gluing a stick to a piece of bark, and then also hot gluing some moss pieces to it that were preserved. And then I just stuck some air plants inside it, and I just pull them out to water them when it's time. I have this plant corner over here. This is admittedly the most like messy plant corner in my home. This one fern, as much as I love it, it just really makes the whole thing look a little too messy, but at the same time it's very woodlandy and I kind of really enjoy it. Then the tall mahogany is like the focal piece right here, and then I have all these other like woodlandish houseplants around it that really complement it. And then of course I have the plants hanging up in staggered lengths in my windows, just as I did in my old apartment. And then of course I gotta have my bells hanging in the corner. These prints right here, which I don't know if I'm able to get the lighting that well. We're gonna try. These are absolutely beautiful. I got them from a thrift store, phillyfoliage in Philadelphia. And I just have a bunch more plants in the window here. The aloe I had in a different spot, but Muffin really enjoyed rubbing against it, so she doesn't seem to notice it in this corner, at least yet. And then I have this other plant corner over here, a little bit more clean, not clean, but a little bit more clean than the one in the other corner. The little plant stand thingy is just a little like console table or end table that I got from Wayfair. And then I have this trellis, which is from IKEA. I used that in my old apartment as well, but I used it much differently. More plants hanging in the windows. And then I have my desk area over here, which I'll step over to in a moment, but I'm just gonna give you the further away look while I'm still behind the couch. I have my Soltech Solutions aspect light up there, which I absolutely love. You can use my code NIC2021 to save 15%. If it's perhaps 2022, maybe try NIC2022. I'm sure the code is gonna expire in the next couple months. I have this print that is framed from Urban Outfitters. My desk, so the desk itself is from IKEA. I think it was just a laptop desk. Obviously it's very, very small, but I just have an iMac, which is very skinny and doesn't take up a lot of room, so I don't mind it at all, and it works perfectly for me. And the chair is from, oh, what'd you guess? It's from Wayfair. As well as the shelf right here. Let me step back once again so I can give you a better look at it. Oh, hello again. I'm gonna get out of the mirror because I'm not really into that, but this shelf right here, I wasn't first when I was looking for shelves online. I wasn't sold with the little squares in here, but then I kind of thought, it might look really nice with all the vines kind of trailing down, and I was correct. So at least in my opinion, I was correct. So I'm really, really enjoying this shelf, and I really like how tall it is. It's like 7 feet tall. I still need to get a ceramic saucer up there because that one that is plastic kind of drives me crazy, I will admit. But if we go into the shelf here, you can see all my little knickknacks that I have. I have a terrarium up there, as well as a bunch of little plants. This print, not print, it's like a little diorama-esque thing. You cannot really see because of the reflection, but it's a couple of, I think they're maple leaves that were preserved. I got that from Retrospect in Philadelphia, another thrift store that I really enjoy. Just a couple other things here. I have my Blue Coat gin can, which was a cocktail that I got on the day that Joe Biden won the presidential election, so we were celebrating. And I had Cecilia, one of my old coworkers from Urban Jungle, make me this dried flower bouquet to commemorate the day. So I really enjoy this little shrine, if you will, that I have right here. And just a couple other things, a Finding Home Farms candle. They're one of my favorite brands of candles. I'm sure you're probably gonna see at least one more of them in my apartment. Love a good glass cloche. That one I got from Urban Jungle in Philadelphia. Once again, I think it's by the brand Creative Co-op. And nothing else really notable. I use a lot of really, I wanna say uncommon plants on this shelf, but they're not necessarily uncommon, like in the sense of like the way social media would call plants rare and stuff, but these are just a lot of plants I don't think a lot of people grow in their homes or would consider to be house plants. But I think they look fantastic, and they really give me that like boho woodlandy vibe that I'm kind of striving for. I have this mirror, which is also new, like everything else. This I also think was from Wayfair, but I really enjoy that it has a little bit of a satin brass edge to it. I don't know the word, but the kitchen and the whatever, the faucets and stuff in the apartment are all like satin brass. So I really enjoy that little tie over, but I guess I'm gonna have to be in the mirror here. Strike a pose. But I have some other plants in front of the mirror. I gotta move this one. I admittedly don't have a really good spot for this philodendron, but I would like it to get out of here so I can just enjoy these 3 plants. Hello, Muffins. Coming to say hello again. We have a little console table over here, which is where Muffin has her food and her water, which I think I should probably move the water somewhere else. I always hear that cats like to drink in other places where they eat, but she seems to enjoy it. Another glass cloche, a lamp. The lamp is from Amazon. The console table is once again from Wayfair, and I have this little print, which is like a 1800s style world map from, once again, Urban Outfitters. And this wall is very empty. As you can see, I have not really figured out what I want to do with it yet, but I still wanted to show you guys my space. But as you can see from this area and just really the whole ways around the apartment, that there's a lot going on the walls. I'm a bit of a maximalist if you can't tell, so still figuring out what I'm doing here, but we'll get there. I have this little table thingy here for eating. It did not come with the apartment, but I got this table. I think it was like $30 from IKEA. I don't even know what it was supposed to be sold as. Not a dining table, but I figured because the counter thingy is white and that's white, I figured it kind of works. You wouldn't really question it. I feel like it might look a little cheaper if it was not paired with that. The legs kind of give it away, but I let it slide. The chairs are from Wayfair and the placemats are from Williams-Sonoma. And I have this lovely Pilea grandifolia right here, which I kind of put here ironically because I always talk about how it looks like something that you could eat, kind of like basil or mint. And I always say if it's in the kitchen, I wouldn't be surprised if someone just grabs a leaf and throws it in their cocktail or wants to cook with it or something. So that's why I have it here, but I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous, but it's not edible, but it's also non-toxic, so I don't really know how that works. I should say I have a couple plants. These plants right here, I just don't know where I'm gonna put them. I'm still trying to find spots for them. And these plants are for a terrarium project for a video that I'm going to be doing upcoming, so stay tuned for that. But normally the counter is clean, but today it's not. I also have this little tray right here, which is where I burn my incense. And of course I have a couple plants. I have the ZZ plant, which is normally here. This crassula that I just placed here for now, it's dealing with a little bit of mealybugs, so obviously should keep this away, but I don't really care. But I use this, which is once again from Creative Co-op for burning my incense. I just filled up with some sand and put the sticks in and I just let it be. And this tray is from Burlington, which if you go to like Burlington or Marshall's or TJ Maxx and you ever see that they have like the things that are like the tree bark kind of deal, every time you find them, they're always chipped or broken. So I was very surprised and happy to find this tray for like $10. That's completely together. I probably shouldn't touch it too much in case there's anything loose, but you guys know how that is. So just into that. This is another ruggable rug right here, which I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they peel up so you can actually put them in the wash, which is cool because, you know, it's in the kitchen and stuff, but I really like them. There's some styles that are really cool on their website and they come in a lot of different colors. So yeah, I really enjoy it. My towels are probably dirty, ignore them. And just the sink area, I have this beautiful dried flower bouquet, which is made by another one of my old coworkers at Urban Jungle, Marlee, who is one of my favorite people. You can follow them on Instagram at A Leaf of Faith Botanicals. I'll put it on screen and in the description. A couple plants. This orchid still needs to find a spot. It like hangs up on the wall. Maybe I could incorporate it in this wall somewhere, but by itself it would look a little sad and boring. So not doing that right yet. There's a lot of space in this kitchen. It's also very tall. If you can see, I'll open up one of my more organized cabinets. I can't even reach up here. So I need to use a stepping stool if I'm ever going up there, but I really, really like how much space is in this kitchen. There's this whole cabinet right here, which goes all the way back, and there's 2 of them. So I use, like, part of this is my pantry, part of it is my gardening supplies, and I keep all of like my pottery and stuff that I've made, and well, I didn't make some of them, and those I didn't make, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of storage for me to store all of my crap, which I have a lot of it. You can just see another look at the living room from the kitchen. And I've really been enjoying it. I really have been loving this space. Now let's see what else is there. I have a stove, as many people do, a dishwasher, as some people don't, as I have learned through my many apartments that I've lived in the past, so grateful for that. I made this dried flower bouquet, if you can't tell by it being the worst of the three that I've showed you guys today, so I am not a bouquet maker or whatever the word is, but yeah. There's a bathroom right here, which we'll stop in quickly. I have some more Aaron Apsley prints. My shower here. Yes, there is a stool in the shower because life is leisure. Of course, I have a tushy because, once again, life is leisure. The bathroom's really nice here. I really dig the, once again, hotelish vibes. There's a nice little cabinet right here. I had a pothos up here, and I know there's no windows in here, but I am feeling much more confident that it died because of my neglect. When I go around and water my plants, I don't think to come in the bathroom, so I probably watered the pothos once out of 5 months, and then it just kind of kicked the bucket. But yeah, no really plants in here other than this philodendron that's just in some water up there. Looks kind of sad and sparse. It looked better with the pothos, but yeah. I really enjoy this. I have these little crates down here. I'll try to get Muffin's litter box out of the frame, but towels and the one thing, all of Muffin's stuff in there. All of my towels are from Brooklinen. They're the super plush towels, if any of you are familiar, and they are so amazing. I should have reached out to some of these companies about getting discount codes, but I paid full price for all this stuff, and I think you guys would enjoy it for full price as well. So free plug for these businesses, but yeah, I really, really enjoy these towels. They're so comfortable, and I have a Brooklinen robe too because they're just so amazing. And this mirror, same mirror from my old apartment. I think that's from All Modern. The Sansevieria that we were picking out in a recent plant shopping video, if you recall, / if you watched. And this painting, which I don't know exactly what it is, looks like a cocktail shaker, but I just enjoyed the frame a lot more than I enjoyed the painting, I'll admit, but I still enjoy the painting. But that's from Jinxed, one of the thrift stores, once again, here in Philadelphia. And I have a lovely coat closet right there, which we are not going to go inside because I don't want you guys to judge me. And we have Muffin, once again. So this is my bedroom. I think I said already, but just in case I didn't, these windows are east facing, which I really enjoy because the sun rises into it, and I never really had that experience before. This is either my 7th or 8th apartment here in Philadelphia. I haven't really counted recently, but this is probably my favorite one that I lived in. So behind the door here, you can see I have my whole shelf set up. So these are all from IKEA. I have one Modern Sprout grow bar. I forget exactly what their name for it is up in there. And then the rest of these are from Amazon, which I will include my link to my Amazon storefront, which I curate items in, and I get a very, 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 very small little kickback from. So if you want to support me slightly, feel free to do so. But I really, really enjoy these grow lights. As you can see, they just really light everything up. I think it makes this shelf look so much better than it did before when it's completely lit up. It looks much more put together, in my opinion. However, this shelf is obviously a complete mess. I kind of like it, but it's overwhelming. I would be kidding myself if I didn't say it was. However, all of my plants seem to grow very, very well here. At least most of them do. I'm sure there's a couple in there that aren't loving life, but this works for me. Is this going to be practical for me for years to come? No, but it's going to be practical for me for the next couple of years, so enjoying it for now. I also have this other trellis right here. So this white trellis is from, I believe, Lowe's, one of the big box stores. And the little thing underneath it is from Hobby Lobby. And then I have this rug right here, which I think was just from overstock.com or something like that. This thing behind here, I used it in my old apartment, and I also used it earlier in decorating this apartment. This isn't supposed to be there. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. Anyway, I just don't have a spot to put it right now, but I don't want to get rid of it because I kind of like it. I keep all of my mounted plants up in this corner here, which also means that I can't close the blinds without taking them all down, which takes 20 seconds to do, but still deters me from doing it every night. I'm sure many of you can relate. My staghorn fern is in between these windows. Gotta get that lighting right. It's grown quite a bit since I moved here. You can see those shields are really developing. Oh, sorry, a little too saturated. I apologize. You can see those shields are really developing. It's growing a lot. Probably needs to get watered, but as everything probably needs to get watered. A couple more plants hanging up in the window here. Wow, this lighting is really gonna be an issue. I waited for it to be sunny. It's been cloudy all week, and now I'm realizing I probably should have filmed when it was cloudy. However, it's not a big deal. I have this bench right here, which me and Muffin share. She's right here. But this pillow is normally down like this because Muffin likes to sleep on it all the time, but I also will use it if I'm sitting here to lean up against the wall. And I have the bench is from Wayfair, if I didn't say, but you could have guessed that, I'm sure. The bed frame is from IKEA, and then the bedding is from Urban Outfitters. Same with this soft blanket, which I mentioned is amazing. I really enjoy it. I do want to get a new bed frame soon. I kind of want to get more of a white one and kind of ditch the whole white metal thing that I had going on in my apartment before, but also want one that's a little bit higher. It's a very low bed, but I'll get that in the upcoming months. I have my Cebu Blue Pothos hanging up there from a bracket because I tried drilling in these ceilings. Although they're drywall, it seems like there's concrete under them, and also I have two other friends who live in this building and their ceilings are concrete, but mine are drywall for some reason, so I'm just inferring there. But I really enjoy the bracket, the pottery, the hanging pot is from Brunning Pottery, one of my favorite handmade pottery places. The mirror is from, where is it from? It's from Philly's Thrift, and that lovely little lantern there is from World Market. I got this basket on Etsy. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with this wall. I think I want to do a mirror behind the bed, but as you've probably seen in my apartment already, there's a lot of mirrors. I would have to move that one. I could switch it with the Aaron Apsley print that I have in the entryway, but still thinking about what I want to do here. But this is doing enough for me right now, but that's a lot of white space for my maximalist self. The Monstera is right here looking fabulous as ever. And this little nightstand, once again, I think it was from Wayfair. It looks kind of cheap, but I figured I could get away with it because I figured it looked enough like the bench over here, which was, you know, looks high quality enough. So I'm kind of playing a mind trick there, but I think it might be working. I could always change out the knobs. I think they're the thing that looks the cheapest on it. Anyway, I'm just complaining about things that you guys probably don't even care about. I have this pottery, no, it's Pottery Barn. Yes, Pottery Barn. It's either Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel. Mix them up all the time. Shelf right here. It was a picture ledge, but I use it as this just mess of plant wall right here. I utilized it a little bit better in my old apartment, I would say, but I still really enjoy it here. And then just this little area right here with a couple of plants, Calathea, Monstera, and my TV for my bedroom, and this little thing that I used to use as a plant stand, but now it's just my TV stand here from Jinxed, once again, another thrift store in Philadelphia. I do want to do something more with this area. I think both the bed, like I said, and this area are things I do want to kind of, you know, work upon in the future, but for now, it works. I don't hate it in the way that I hated things in my old apartment. If you watched my old apartment tour, I don't hate anything in this apartment, which I'm really happy about, but I'm just gonna give you guys another quick walkthrough before we end this. So the entryway, the kitchen area, over to the living room. But that's really all there is to see. There's definitely a lot of things going on. I'm really happy with this space and the way it's coming along. Still could do little things here and there. Obviously want to do some cleaning up over there, but yeah, I think it's really given a lot of my energy. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram at phillyfoliage, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day.